Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to access some files through Google Drive integration after you've connected your email account, your myViewBoard account, to your myViewBoard Whiteboard app. I'm just going to move this to the side so you can see. So here we have a blank canvas and we have two toolbars. We have a main toolbar down here, and over here on the left, we have what we call a floating toolbar. So most of the things we need to teach is going to be in the main toolbar, and most of the presentation tools we'll need will be here on the floating toolbar. Okay, so yes, you can use the Whiteboard app without signing in, but you're really going to miss out on a lot of cool things without it. So the main important reason why we signed in with your myViewBoard account is so that we can integrate your local drive and your Google Drive so you can easily pull your files in and out, right? So the major icon to take note of in the main toolbar down here is the magic box. Okay, and if you ever get confused or forget how to do things, just hover your mouse over it and a tooltip will pop up and it'll give you a description of what it is, and even some keyboard shortcuts. So back to the magic box. We're going to click on that, and right now it shows us that it is attached to my local drive. So if you have any file sets on your desktop or in your document folder or even your downloads folder, you can easily pull that up. Now, what if I created a lesson plan or I saved a worksheet in my Google Drive? We're going to need to integrate that. So right next to my local drive icon is this grayed out triangular icon. That's our Google Drive icon. We're going to go ahead and click on that once. And once it turns color or turns the color version, then you know that it's already connected to your Whiteboard app. So here I'm looking at my Google Drive. Now, if you don't like the picture way, you can just click over here and then you can see the list. Sometimes it just depends on where you are. Right now I'm okay. I'm going to look through my drive, and or you could just use the search bar and type in the name of what you need, right? So let's say I'm teaching a lesson on matter. I'm going to go ahead and type that out. And so my PDF file on Matter comes up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it's going to download it and prepare it for a whiteboard. And so what this does is takes the PDF file and each page becomes what they call a tile, right? So in this case, you can press select all if you want to use all of the pages. But I know that this last page over here is the answer key. So I'm actually going to go ahead and uncheck that and because I don't want to show that while I'm teaching the lesson to the class. So just make sure that all of the pages that you want to use are checked. And then in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and import as portrait so that way it looks as close as it usually does to a regular PDF. Okay. So now we have our PDF file on Matter onto our whiteboard. Now you notice that it gets cut off over here. So we can click on this hand and then we could just drag it up. Okay, so we can drag it up a little bit. So this way, let me just do it so that it shows the title and then the things. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Your students will have the paper copy um, with them, and then you could take turns reading out loud, and then you can take your marker, and let's go to red, and we can annotate so they can follow along and annotate with you. So here, let's say, okay, so I'm just gonna, it's a little harder to do this with a mouse on the and on a computer, but this will be a lot easier for you when you're using this on your whiteboard, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and just do some quick annotations. You know, what is matter? You got your solids, they have definite shape, mass, and volume. We've got your liquids, they don't have shape, but they have definite mass and volume. And there should be a second one, so let's go ahead and click next. There you go. Gases don't have definite shape or volume. Now, if you missed out, all I did was just click on the right arrow here, because this acts very much like Google Slides. So you can go back and you'll notice that all my annotations stayed. Or I can move forward and then you can keep going on with your class. You can also click on this light blue icon here with the paper. This is telling me on my third page. If I click on that, it has a very similar slide panel here. And you can just scroll down and just quickly click on the page that you want to be. So maybe we want to have everyone go to page 4 where they're filling in the blank for vocab, right? And then you could have students work in partners or independently, and then you want to do a quick check-in, you can have students come on up and write the answer on the board. And then it will still stay onto this annotation here, right? Well, let's say maybe before we're doing the lesson together, we want to do a quick what I call KWL, know what learn chart, right? What do students know already about matter? So it already inserted a blank slide here, right? So I can go quickly before my reading passage, and I'm going to take my pen. I'm just going to get out of here to get that out. And I'll take my pen, I'll go make it black, and then I'll just put on the top here, okay guys, what do we already know? What do we want to learn, and how we learned about matter today? So you can pass the marker around to your class, to your students, have them write it over here, okay? Um, and then you can move on with your lessons. So maybe you have your brainstorm chart in the beginning, and then you've done your adaptations and your answers. Now what? Well, we can save this, and this is a cool way to do this. Let's say there are a couple of students who are absent in your class and they missed this lesson. So what you can do is you can also save this lesson as a PDF, and then you can upload that PDF to your Google Classroom. So to save this, you're going to this yellow folder icon in your main toolbar, and you can either save it to your desktop and upload it later. So here, if you were to do save as, so you just want to make sure that you're saving the file with the annotations, and you can save as, but the problem is it's going to save it as a whiteboard file. We want to save this as a PDF file because they won't be able to open the whiteboard file in Google Classroom in their Chromebooks. So we don't have a subscription account, but if we did, we'd use the QR code, but we're not, so we're using a hack. We're doing the printer hack. So we're going to select the printer icon, and we're going to look for a Microsoft Print to PDF. I'm going to select that. Oops. And then we click on Apply, and then Print. And when you press Print, it's going to come up with this prompt box. And let's say Matter Lesson. And then today's date, 26/23. And just make sure you save as type PDF. You can save it where you usually save your files. I could save it in my documents, okay? And so now I know that I can just upload this file into my Google Classroom. So then let's go ahead and save, and then easy peasy. Then we can even check that if it worked, right? So let's go ahead to our folders here. I believe I did it in their documents. There you go. So there's my matter lesson, and it saved my KWL slide and then our lessons. And then you can go ahead and just upload that PDF file to your Google Classrooms, and then prompt your students, students who were absent, to go to whatever topic that you have it under, go through it. All right, so this is one of the ways or reasons why it's great to have our myViewBoard account already signed in to our Whiteboard app.